gents, to be clear, you can wear whatever you want. However, the flip side of that is your fellow human beings are free to interpret what you're wearing any way that they want. And if you want to give off an air of competence, of authority, as you've been there before, dressing in a timeless, elegant manner is advised. So what does it mean for something to be timeless, to be elegant? Well, let's look at plastic watches. Now, I like some plastic watches. Let's go look at the G-Shocks. Tons of great plastic watches here. When you're outdoors, when you want something that can stand up to a beating, something that's relatively inexpensive and is going to tell accurate time. Heck, when I was in the Marine Corps, a basic G-Shock, this was my go-to watch, whether I was out in the field or I was in garrison. And not all plastic watches looked as casual. I was in a Swatch store and I'm looking around, tons of fun, attractive, colorful watches. And I know some of you guys are going to bring up the Moon Swatch. Okay, maybe that could be classified as elegant, but the vast majority of swatches out there are going to be way too casual, because a part of being elegant is being made in a way whenever a man gets dressed in an elegant fashion that he would be able to wear this item and it wouldn't be out of place. So a pure elegant watch would be a dress watch that has a black leather band and a very simple timeless dial design. I would also include a lot of tool watches, so companies like Tudor and yes, Rolex I'm going to throw in there, especially their Datejust line, but I would even say the Explorer and their Dive watch line all fit within the elegance category. For this next group of items that an elegant man would never be caught wearing, we're going to be a little bit more specific. First up, we've got graphic tees, made popular in the late 1970s, throughout the 1980s, into the 1990s. Some people are going to argue they're a classic menswear piece. That may be true, but they are ultra casual and they are not elegant. The sports jersey, you're going to go support your team. You just want something casual to wear around the house or on game day, all the more power to you. But is this something that you want to wear out in an elegant situation? Probably not. The tank top. Now, this was made to be worn as an undershirt, meaning under a shirt. Understand that I don't even approve of it in the gym. I think that you should wear a proper gym shirt. But in any case, I think we can all agree that this is not an elegant man's shirt. Next up on this list, gents, we've got novelty neckwear. Now, I get it. As a dad, sometimes you're going to get a piece as a gift, so you want to wear it for your kids. Hey, that is exempt. As a young man, I remember I was 16, I bought my first necktie and it had Spider-Man on it. I loved it. I was proud of it. In those cases, have fun. But if you're in your early 20s, if you're in your late 30s and you're wanting to refine your overall look, you want it to come off as elegant, you want to go for classic neckwear pieces. So an easy pick here is going to be a solid navy necktie. This right here, made from silk, is going to most likely go with your dark blue suit. It'll even work with a black suit or a charcoal gray suit, but that dark color is going to work with a light tie. It's going to provide contrast, and you can wear this in a wide variety of situations. But what about red? You've heard about the power tie. I'm going to say don't go with a bright red tie. That would probably be like your 7th or 8th tie. Instead, look to a darker red, maybe like a burgundy, maybe even go with a dark green, maybe a royal purple. And to change it up even more, you could go with a small repeating pattern, maybe a little bit of a dot in there. A dot is a classic pattern that we see on neckwear and pocket squares, but it really does work with the necktie. It's maybe something you can't wear too much on shirts, but when it comes to neckties, it is perfectly fine. Now, this next one, I'm surprised I even have to say it, but then I'm reminded I need to, because our schools have, pajama day, and I know they're having fun, and I'm all about kids having fun, but I mean, most of these kids seem to be wearing pajamas to school anyway, and so many grown men are wearing pajama pants out in public, women as well, but let's focus on us guys and getting better. Again, you can wear whatever you want. But if it's your pajamas, come on guys, change up. Don't wear them out in public. And what about sweatpants? What about sweatshirts? I think that if you're going to the gym, if you are out exercising, if you are coming from exercising and you've got an emergency, you've got to run errands around town. Point being is you can always level up your style. I know they're comfortable. I know they feel good and you're just like a second skin for so many of us. But athletic wear in general, is that sending the message you want to send to the world? Again, wear whatever you want, but understand that other people are going to think what they want based off of how you dress. Now, this next one's going to be a little bit controversial, but drop the jeans. Yes, I could have said baggy jeans. I could have said distressed jeans. I could have said skinny jeans. And all of those I do think are not worn by an elegant man. But regular jeans, dark denim, I do think it's a classic piece, but I'd like to see you guys step up because there are so many options when it comes to trousers, when it comes to pants. I want you to consider chinos. Chinos have been around for a while. There are so many great options here, especially in lighter colors as it gets warmer, but you can also go with darker colored chinos during the winter months. If you want something feeling athletic? Maybe consider a pair of joggers. Yes, I know these are casual, but there's just something about the material, the overall fit. If you're in shape, I think joggers can look very elegant on a man. Yes, I said it, and I'm not going to take that one back, but I just like joggers. Next up, slacks, dress pants, maybe made from performance materials. Yes, again, I'm going to take a stance here. I think so many performance materials are looking really good. Just look around, so many great options out there, but the cut, the overall feel, I am wearing them a lot more, even with my sports jackets. And guys, if you want the classics, look at gray flannel trousers. Maybe look at a pair of cavalry twill trousers. If you want something heavier duty, check out moleskin. If you want something incredibly lightweight, look at linen. My point, gents, if you want to dress in a more elegant manner, then step up that one item that I know for so many of us are attached to, but jeans are nice. But when it comes to elegance, yeah, they still are a bit too casual, in my opinion. Next up, let's talk about headwear. So I'm not going to say you need to go out and get a fedora, a trilby, or pick up a flat cap or anything like that. But I am going to question, when you're wearing this baseball cap, is it because you just simply didn't want to brush your hair? Is that the best baseball cap for you? Now, I know there are all these shows out there like Secession that are showing guys wearing really clean baseball caps. And this may be the exception to the rule. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments below. But I think baseball caps in general are overplayed and are in 99.99% of situations too casual to be considered elegant. And the same thing for you young guys when it comes to bucket hats. I think actually they're going out of fashion. So it's like one of those flashes in the pan. Now, gents, again, to be clear, I'm not against those hats. For you guys that are bald, you're saying, Antonio, I got to cover my head. I get it. But if you want to dress in an elegant manner, first up, do you need to be wearing the hat? And if you need to, then is there a more elegant, timeless option? Now, since we're talking about casual clothing, let's go over and talk about one of the most casual, common pieces I see, especially during the summer: cargo shorts. Now, I've been to Disneyland. When I go to Disneyland, I wear cargo shorts. Why? Because it's hot and I need to be able to carry probably like 4 bottles of water. I don't always want to have, a backpack on, which I probably do, carrying other kids' stuff. Point being is when you're in that situation, you can wear whatever you want that gets the job done. And cargo pants, I see the purpose of the cargo pocket. It's got a history coming out of the military, extra storage for things that you need. But day in, day out, if you're not using that cargo pocket, could you get a pair of shorts that don't have the cargo pocket, actually have a more classic, elegant look? I think the answer is yes for a lot of us. And the footwear right there. Do you want a clunky pair of running shoes? I've said this once, I'll say it again. Running shoes are great for when you're running, but day to day, there are much better options. And those better options are not flip-flops. Flip-flops, great when you're going to the beach, when you are sharing a shower facility and you don't want to get, anything on your feet. But if you're going to be out and about in town, guys, there are better options than flip-flops. First up, they're just not very comfortable. They're not great for your feet and they're flopping all over the place. If you had to run, you're going to lose those things. In fact, I would recommend sandals, a good pair of classic sandals that have a buckle strap. Now, Velcro, I am going to say, is not elegant, is not timeless. Sandals in general, though, those go back, thousands of years. Men have been wearing sandals, and I do think that there is a time and place for them. They are still casual when the toes are exposed. But I get it. In extreme hot weather, if you're going to be, taking your shoes off, maybe getting wet here or there, possibly, sandals with a type of fastener or straps are a great option. But yeah, avoid the Velcro unless you really have issues with your fingers. I know some of you guys have arthritis and things like that. In that case, you do you. Now, if you're looking to level up your style, you really need to check out my free community over on School. I've set this community up so we've got free classes that you can make your way through step by step and learn the basic foundations of men's style. We actually have giveaways. In fact, over the last year, I've given away over $25,000 in gear that has accumulated here in my office, and I love sending it out to you guys free of charge. And I have to say, the men that are in this group are friggin' awesome. We've got a no a-hole policy. People treat each other with respect. And what we've managed to create in this community is a place where a man can come in and ask questions and get some solid advice. So gents, use the link in the description of today's video. Go check out our free communities on School. These are for you to become the man you know yourself to be. So what did I miss? Overalls, fanny packs, too much jewelry. Guys, I keep going in this video right here. If you enjoyed this video, check out this one right here. I go into other things you want to avoid if you are a grown man. Yeah, check out this video. Guys, I promise I didn't repeat too much. Maybe I repeated a couple things, but the majority of, you'll enjoy it. Check it out. Boom, right there.